Kelsey, I think when you come onto the floor, everybody expects you to kind of fill the role of the three-point shooter. Hey, am I seeing that right? Is that your role?
Yes, I would agree with that.
And how do you feel about that? Is that a lot of fun to do that?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, in high school, that was always my thing as well. So.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
But I imagine in high school you played a lot of facets of the game. Not that you don't in college, but you're known as a three-point shooter.
Yep.
How about the CC's three-point contest? Everybody's getting excited about that. You guys are putting up monster threes, and do you guys, are you conscious of that when you're playing?
I think the first few games we were, because we had like 3 in a row where we just hit 7. We couldn't get that 8th one,
right?
And we missed like 5 or 6 at the end. But I think we stopped thinking about it, and then I don't notice it anymore. But it
seems to have brought a lot of excitement, though.
Yeah. A lot of the fans love it. So.
Yeah. This is really a three-point shooting team, too. I think statistically we can back that up, that no other women's team has taken so many threes. Is that something you talk about in practice, work on?
Not in practice, no. I mean, we work on our offense and everything, but it's just everybody on the team likes to shoot the threes, so that's just how it kind of goes. We don't really discuss it much. And
then you run into streaks where, of course, you'll hit them, and sometimes you won't hit them.
Exactly.
Let's talk about when you don't hit them. What's that feeling like? I mean, what can you do?
I mean, it is pretty frustrating, but I try to just think, like, hey, what am I doing wrong? And, like, just keep, I guess, confidence in knowing that the next one I take is going to go in. That's just what I think about.
Can you feel it come out of your hand, know if it's got a shot or not?
Sometimes. Yeah. There's definitely sometimes that I know it's in, and then sometimes I think it's in, but it doesn't, and then it's like, well, those are the hardest to fix because you're like, well, that felt so great, and it wasn't. But there's some that kind of just roll off your hand, and you're just like, oh, we're going to go rebound that one.
Right, okay. Then what does it feel like when you're really on a hot streak?
I mean, it's great. It's like the whole crowd just goes crazy, and it pumps your team up, and everybody's ready to play, and it helps on defense, too, because you just got that big three and keep us in the games.
What about when you start to heat up? Can you tell, is there any way to tell when a hot streak is coming?
I mean, if I go in the game and make one of my first, like, 2 or 3 shots, and also in warm-ups, if I'm hitting them on warm-ups, I have more confidence, and it's just a great feeling.
Basketball this year, as compared to other years, I would imagine in your 3rd year now that it comes a little bit easier. How about school, though? Is the whole thing, the school, the athletics, is it all a little easier than it was, say, your first year?
Oh, definitely, yes. Freshman year was, I mean, it wasn't hard per se, but it was just a new experience. Like,
sure.
Having more homework and being on my own and dealing with time management, but this year is definitely a lot better, yeah.
You know, a lot of athletes say the time management thing is the toughest thing to learn. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, in high school, I tried to be on, like, do good in school and all that stuff, but college is definitely, when you're on your own, you don't have your parents telling you what you need to do, what to do. It's different, but there's a lot more homework that goes with that, and I think just being on the road, you just kind of do your homework when you can,
right,
and try not to procrastinate it.
Coming to Missouri from Iowa, not around the world so much, but still a long way from home. What's it been like to be away from home?
It's gotten easier, I would say. I mean, I still miss home so much. Miss my family a lot, but they come to quite a few games, so I get to see them. It's just not as long as I would want to. But freshman year was difficult. I got a little homesick, but now it's kind of just, I'll see them when I see them, and that's about it. Well,
you know, I've always heard that you're very close to your family. Could you talk about that a little bit, about your parents, first of all?
Yeah, my parents have always been, like, the greatest supporters in everything I do, always there. I mean, they drive 3.5 hours or more to come watch me play one night and then go back the next day and have to go to work in the morning. And they've always believed in everything I do and just supported me, and I'm so grateful for that.
What do they do for a living?
My dad's a teacher, a high school teacher, PE teacher, and then my mom works part-time right now in a bank.
Okay. Yeah. Siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters. One's a senior this year. She's getting ready to find a place to play basketball.
Really? Okay.
Yep. And then I have a 7th grade sister as well.
Okay, wonderful. Is she a good athlete as well?
Yep, she's doing 7th grade basketball, and she's really a good softball player. Okay.
Where is the road going to take you after Jewell? What do you want to do?
Right now I kind of want to stay in this area as planned. Cost accounting, maybe some coaching in there, but definitely I think I see myself in a corporation working with numbers. And
oh, really?
Accounting, yeah.
Where did you pick up the interest in that?
Let's see. Well, my mom is a math major, and so I've grown up. Math was just my favorite subject.
Yeah.
And I came into Jewell majoring in math, and I took my calculus class, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do with this, and so they were like, okay, well, let's just switch to business and take an accounting class and see how you like that, and I fell in love with it. I mean, everything just clicked, and I just went really well, and then I took a cost accounting last year, and I just loved it.
You're way smarter than me. I couldn't do that. What's been your best memory of Jewell, or what's been the most fun thing at Jewell for you in the 3 years you've been here? Not quite 3?
I think the most fun basketball would definitely be probably the greatest experience, like traveling with all the girls, and you just make a close bond with your teammates, and then traveling, you're spending all the time together, so I mean, it's wonderful. I couldn't imagine not playing a sport in college.
And how will this year end and be a great year? How would it end to be a great year?
I think it would be great to go to the conference tournament again. I mean, that was a lot of fun, but as long as we play hard these last few games and know that we gave it our all, I think that would